Can you plug me in?
Reckless.
That's what I go by the answer to knowing and told y'all what it is when I'm blowing up. Yo, fuck what you think y'all be doing? I'm blowing up, still on my whole shit with no time to fuck with them. Yeah, that's the name. Can you please tell your friends that your boy has some dick to be single and shit and go? I'm taking this rap shit as big as I can and then checking my ass in the recap again.
Fuck yeah.
Switch them out. It took a while, and yeah, I was out securing my fucking tickets and shit. What up, TZ? How you doing? But yeah, we made it. One of them fucking days, I guess. But yeah, fucking yeah. Sorry, I need to catch my breath. I literally just walked in. But yeah, tonight we got a good show. We got Midsouth Monsta. We got the homie Artqlit. Gonna be a co-host for the first time. I don't know if you saw his interview, but it was a good ass one. He did most of it on his fucking bike, so it was pretty. I was pretty impressed by that. He was riding his bike, so that was fucking doing the interview most of the time. That's pretty cool. But anyway, fucking yeah, I got some shows coming up on the 26th in Dayton, 27th in Cleveland, all set up, ready to go. It's been kind of a chaotic ass week. Having a disagreement with the place I was staying at, more or less, and so I'm kind of just staying at another friend's house until I go on this trip. So yeah, man, it's been a little bit of adjusting. A lot of stress, but I'm doing the best of my abilities. So that's what counts. Without further ado, I'm going to bring out Artqlit. What's good, fam? How you doing?
Yo, what up? How you doing, brother?
Oh, not much, man. Not much. A little late, but we're doing all right.
Oh, shit, yeah. It's only 10 minutes in. 10 minutes in. I'm doing pretty good, man. I just had the day off. I'm over here playing some PlayStation.
Nice. What you playing?
Mafia 3.
That's what's up. You're pretty good?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty badass. I think it takes place in like the 60s and 70s or something like that.
Okay, so it's supposed to take place in the 60s, 70s. So it's got
Oh, yeah. I like old school shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's got like an old school swagger about it.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Kind of like GTA.
Yeah, I figured something like that. Kind of like more underbelly type shit.
But yeah, man, pretty good actually. Just I don't know. I took a little break and then I started dropping tracks under my new label, Horror House Records.
I saw that.
Which is really a label that I created for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really like necessarily out here trying to sign artists and shit. I'm just kind of doing this for me. But I formed an LLC under the Horror House Records name and shit like that. So I'm pretty proud of that. Thanks, man. Yeah, I was actually originally it was Whorehouse Records, but then I found out the hard way that there's already a Whorehouse Records and it's a house music label. Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. I like Horror House anyway. It's got a cool vibe to it, man. I think I told you when we first started talking, when you were telling me when you were on the show, like. Yeah. Not like the label. Sorry, I'm kind of just catching up. But anyway, man, fucking.
Sorry about the angle of my phone. I don't really have like I just moved and I haven't really set up my feng shui yet. So.
You're good, man. You're good. It is what it is, man. I'm hanging out in my homegirl's basement right now. Fucking, we're chilling. So yeah.
Anyways, man, how you doing? How you been?
I'm all right, man. It's been an interesting week, but making it work.
Yeah.
You know, I got cool people around me, and I've been stressing a lot, and they've been cool as fuck. You know, my homegirl's fucking been really cool, and just fucking, it's been a good deal considering. You know what I mean? So I'm fortunate. I'm very fortunate.
That's what's up, man.
So, but yeah, fam. I'm gonna go ahead and bring out the Midsouth Monsta and let's start talking to him. See how he's doing.
Word.
What up, fam? How you doing?
high as
Nothing,
fuck.
man. Just getting rolling.
Bro, same. I just did a dab before this. I'm high as hell, son.
That's what's up. I'm winding down. I got in the door all late. All.
What's good?
What up, Midsouth?
What's going on, brother Matt? In this piece, you know what I'm saying?
Up in this motherfucker.
Just got done with another track a little bit ago for the project that me and Artqlit are about to drop.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah, this shit's called Artqlit and Midsouth versus Everybody.
All right.
Yeah, we dropped a single for that last night on Artqlit's channel.
Okay.
And that's the name of the track is Artqlit versus Midsouth versus Everybody, and we had a little friendly duel,
little battle roll,
little battle.
We dissed each other on wax. This shit was funny as fuck.
Yeah, that shit was fun. Shit was definitely fun.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, I went full out Artqlit style on that shit. You guys gotta check that shit out. This shit's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
I was listening to that shit last night and I was like, man, this shit is fucking funny.
That's what's up. Actually, I'm working on a track for Monsta, and he sent me the assignment, and I kind of veered off the assignment for a minute and started writing the track where I start off the verse dissing myself and critiquing and criticizing myself for saying shit that's been said. And then the second half, I was going to rebut it. And I was like, you know what? That's a cool idea, but that ain't following the fucking assignment. So I kept that idea, but I went and wrote some whole new shit for it. But yeah. But yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think I showed you once, and I was like, wait a minute, I didn't follow the fucking assignment. I'm going to go back and retry that.
I think what it is this game is so fucking like we need a plunger. Because
back up a little bit.
Yeah, it's backed up with like there's a lot of talented artists out there, you know what I mean, that are getting overshadowed by all the garbage. You know?
Okay.
And look, there's a lot of people that probably get mad at me for saying that type of shit. But, you know, to be honest, like, fuck it. You know, that's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been doing this shit as long as I've been doing it, you know. And at this point, you know, I ain't getting no younger, you know. So I gotta. I'm in
the comments. I'm in the comments. What's up, y'all?
I'm at that point in my life where I'm like, I'm not old guy mad or nothing like that. No, like, because I'm not even an old guy yet. You know what I'm saying?
Get off my lawn.
You know what I mean? Like, I ain't reached that peak. You know what I mean? I'm only 30. You know, I'm still young. Still in my prime.
That's what's up.
I'm letting motherfuckers know that I've been doing this for fucking 18 years, going on 19 years. You know what I mean? So this that motherfucker, I harp about it all the fucking time. But you know, the fact of the matter is, we gotta let these motherfuckers know what time it is. You know what I mean? Like, as MCs, we gotta let motherfuckers know, hey, look, you can't just come. We come from a culture of hip hop where motherfuckers used to get booed off the fucking stage and thrown out of clubs and shit for being ass.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we too soft on these motherfuckers nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, the diss tracks that I've heard in recent times have been trash. The motherfucking competition, as far as like the competitive state of trash. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why like the standard, the bar is so goddamn low. You know what I mean? Like, and I ain't saying that like, there's a lot of good fucking rappers out there. There's a lot of talent out there, but a lot of them more focused on their camp, their posse. They focused on, you know what I'm saying, pushing their brand. Where it's like I'm at the point now where, like, okay, you know what, we gonna work on the brand and all that. That's gonna come, but I wanna push the motherfucking envelope a little bit and bring back the motherfucking battle culture into the art form. You know what I mean?
I feel it.
Let's bring that fucking shit
back.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's a healthy way of sharpening your sword and getting to meet new people. Like it's a community in that, and a lot of people don't realize that. You know, um, I grew up watching like URL TV and shit back with Smack DVD when it was Smack DVDs and shit. You know, but they had them online and shit. Never had the fucking DVDs physically, but you could watch these battles on on uh on the OG internet. You know what I mean?
Dial-up
And
connection.
yeah, type shit. Um, yeah. Um, but then you know what I'm saying? Like I got into KOTD and all that shit because of that, and then I ended up doing battling myself. I ended up in doing my first ever battle when I was like 18 years old for a league in Memphis called Southern Battle League (SBL). And at that time, I went under a whole different name. I went by Mossberg Dynasty. So like I was on a whole different type of vibe and shit. You know what I mean? But back then, I was only trying to battle. Like this was at a point in my career where I was saying I'm not focusing on much on the music, but I'm focusing more on the battling. Because I was thinking, because I seen these motherfuckers going up getting thousands of a couple $1,000 checks off of battles. You know what I mean? Like, and they started moving the leagues in like they were sports. Like, you know what I mean? You were team this dude, you were team that dude. Then they were cliques that were being like put together and formed. They started having the 2-on-2 battles, all of that shit. You know what I mean? And like one of my favorite, I say like my top 5 battle rappers of all time would had to be motherfucking number one beast. Man, it's a hard one, man. Tay Rock would have to be my first, my number one. My number two would have to be Daylight. Daylight's crazy as fuck. He's got the antics and all that shit behind him, but he's super entertaining to watch. So you know, Daylight, you ain't seen a Daylight battle, you missing out. Because that motherfucker bring the antics. The motherfucker pull up in a Batman costume to the Batmobile. It was crazy shit. The motherfucker try to take a shit on stage. Like, he's a crazy motherfucker.
Okay.
I guess my third would have to be motherfucking Disaster. Disaster is a wild card. That motherfucker like comes with nothing but haymakers, and that motherfucker can rap his ass off, but he's also got that aggression. You know what I mean? I love that aggression that Disaster has. Crazy motherfucker, man. And then I really fuck with Geechee Gotti, man. Geechee Gotti is he just seemed like one of them real like real street dudes that you know really be about that life and pushes. You know what I mean? Like he's an intimidating factor because he really is. Like you put him up against one of these dudes that are just an MC that ain't from the streets, he's gonna punk him down because he's just an aggressive factor. You know what I mean? He comes off like that. And I guess I say the last for the legend, Loaded Lux, because Loaded Lux is that motherfucker. I fuck with Sue Surf and all them too, like Charlie Clips, Hollow the Don. Like a lot of these motherfuckers, I got a lot of fucking respect for, because of their art. You know the way they do their shit. It's an art form, man. It's a sport. It's become a sport. Battle rap over the years has become a fucking sport, and it's one that I appreciate. I'm not personally gonna get back into any battles or anything like that. That's just not where my headspace is to just want to be writing battle raps all the time and shit. You know what I mean? But I definitely challenge motherfuckers' pen games. You know, when I drop a track. You know what I mean? Like,
No, that's dope. I mean, honestly, I don't really follow the battle rap culture at all. I don't really know any of those guys you're talking about, but it's crazy because that holds up the whole demographic of hip hop that is just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, bro.
Oh, you didn't.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, you know, when I first got into rap music, like when I first started rapping myself, like, I was introduced to hip hop through the avenue of battle rap and like battle rap culture, even when I was introduced to, you know, like my first hip hop albums, that like underground hip hop albums were Revolutionary Volume 1 by Immortal Technique and you know, Jedi Mind Tricks and shit like that. And when I was introduced to that, like those bars that like what they spitting about and shit, it always always contains elements of battle rap kind of diss track style type of lyricism, you know what I'm saying? And like whenever I would pick up on, like whenever I was influenced by rap music, I was always enticed by the competitive aspect of hip hop. Like, so even when I started getting into like like when I started getting into rap music myself, like I always went into it with like a kind of a competitive mindset, you know what I mean? And I think that's like in some ways it's a lost art, and in some ways it's just like a art, like Midsouth said, like an art that hasn't been respected. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a lot more respected now than it was back in the day. Now, like, you know, some people made a career off of battling, like Eminem, for example. You know what I mean? Like, he became popular because of Dre, yeah. But he in Detroit, he was making.
He's making a name for himself.
Well, I mean specifically like in the underground. Like in the underground, I feel like you said, like the diss tracks and kind of been ass and shit like that. Like,
right. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's kind of wild to see, you know what I mean, where it's come to this point.
Yeah.
I will say that when you start seeing motherfuckers really take the motherfucking spot and start making bank off of that shit, you gotta respect that hustle. And then you see, there's one thing about it that's crazy as hell though. I've seen motherfuckers like that are rappers, the studio rappers, that are some well respected MCs in the game, go into a battle rap and get their ass chewed up and spit the fuck out. For example, Joe Budden, phenomenal rapper, phenomenal artist, you know, great lyricist, motherfucker make you feel all types of different ways. That motherfucker went up against Hollow the Don and got fucking 8.
You know what? I'm gonna respectfully say Joe Budden probably had that coming. Joe Budden talks a lot of shit. He does. I'm just saying. He likes to talk. He likes to talk a lot of shit on people that gave him chances and opportunities and shit. And I don't know. I mean, no disrespect to Joe Budden, but it doesn't go unnoticed when someone's ungrateful and he just has that vibe. You know what I mean? Respectfully.
That's what happened.
Yeah, he stood.
That's what happened to my boy Cannabis too.
Cannabis, yeah. So cannabis. That motherfucker went up against Disaster, the dude I was talking about, and Disaster did him so bad that motherfucking Cannabis had to pull out the notebook and start reading his raps out. It was fucking crazy.
It was sad to see. It was really hard to watch because Cannabis is one of my biggest influences in hip hop. So like to see that happen to him, it really hurt my heart. Like,
right. Yeah, man. And
but it was funny though.
I will say there's one rapper, Wrath the God is gonna probably be like, man, fuck that. But there's one rapper who went on King of the Dot, which is the Canadian Battle League.
Oh yeah, he did pretty good.
Fucking Mad Child fucking went on King of the Dot and he did pretty fucking good. He handled his own, man. And Cassidy's a motherfucker, man. That motherfucker went up against Disaster and held his own as well.
Cassidy's underrated though. A lot of people don't
Yeah.
know that Cassidy got signed by going in and rapping for like 3 hours straight in front of this guy's desk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't realize that. They see that little shit with R. Kelly or whatever. And yeah, that was a banger back then. But like realistically, Cassidy's a beast on the battle rap, and I knew that, or on the fly, and I knew that. You know, with even the limited knowledge I have on Cassidy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they have a new battle league thing going on now, like that's a lot more mainstream than URL.
Okay.
That I think Eminem hosted it,
Oh,
but
wow.
there's also one that Eminem that Shady Records had a while back. That Shady Records and Slaughterhouse kind of formed together, and it was Total Slaughter, and they even did like a reality show type style shoot on it where they had the rappers all living in the same house and shit, and they were beefing
shit.
with each other. Yeah, it was crazy. And they would do their battles like a tournament, and whoever lost the battle of that, they would get sent home. They had to leave the house. Yeah, Total Slaughter was slept on, man. Like hella underrated. I fucked with it.
I don't know about much about Total Slaughter, but I remember the Slaughterhouse Project, and that's kind of where that fucking my opinion of Joe Budden started forming. Was his exit from there? But yeah, you know what I'm saying. And he starts talking shit on everybody that fucking, you know what I'm saying.
Right. I feel
There's no way I could live in a house full of a bunch of rappers.
Me
No
neither,
shit.
bro.
I don't think I can do it.
Fair enough. Especially battle rappers though, because everyone's so competitive with it. You know what
That's
I
what
mean?
I'm saying. Like, I don't think I can get along with them.
We're talking about how you left the microwave on.
It's a hard. It's a hard place to be. Um, being in the same room with a bunch of rappers, like because you feel that energy of everybody feel like they the shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
If you're an empath like me and you just feel that energy radiating, you got to go home and smudge after because man, like, that motherfucking the egos be colliding and shit, and the camaraderie that does shine through could either be flogging for y'all that don't know that's Memphis for faking. Um, they could be faking. They could be acting like they cool with this person for politicking. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And you can feel just the egos in the room. So like I personally like when I don't like going to a lot of shows. Emotionally, I don't like going to a lot of shows. Like it's fun and all, but like if I'm performing and shit, like I would prefer that I kind of like stuck off and did my own thing until it was time for me to perform. Like I imagine me supporting other artists on stage and shit, especially ones that I fuck with personally and shit. But I'm gonna be real with you, like I don't particularly care for being around a bunch of rappers for an extended period of time, because this I mean like I said, camaraderie is all good if it's genuine, but sometimes that shit ain't
Right.
genuine. Sometimes that shit just be politicking, and I don't like that shit. I don't like it when motherfucker in the room, you know what I'm saying, dick riding everybody.
They play one way, but low key they're another way.
Yeah, there's that dick riding shit. And I don't like that. Motherfuckers like I actually show support for artists that I like and listen to, and I don't really expect them to show me support back. I listen to it because I like it, and I share it because I fuck with it. But I do notice that there are artists that I share their music, and show love and support to their music, and then that they don't do the same in return, and it is disheartening a little bit. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, like it do feel like it's one sided, and it's like, all right, well, I could fuck with your music, and you don't have to fuck with mine. Like, but if you don't fuck with my shit, just say that.
Why am I fucking with yours? Yeah, why am I showing you love when it's not being reciprocated? And I feel that too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess I carry myself differently than a lot of rappers do. Like, I don't come in there with, I usually come in there with a lot of humility, respectfully, you know what I'm saying? But at the same point in time, I watch and observe, you know what I mean? And you know, some people are just crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. Some people are just crazy. You know what I mean?
Seeing the juggalo scene too, a lot of artists that are juggalos that are also rappers don't take themselves serious. And yeah, I just said that a lot of them don't take it serious on the
Right.
real, because what they'll do is, I seen it at the gathering and shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's the gathering. You're supposed to, go and have fun and whatnot, but how you present yourself in front of people speak volumes on how serious you take yourself as an
Yeah.
artist. So if I'm walking by and I see you just scrub the fuck out, looking natty daddy, looking, you know what I mean, and you over there like doing lines of coke and all fucked up or whatever, like, you know what I mean. That's not a shot. That's not a shot at anybody like on here. Like, I'm just saying, like, if I'm walking by a motherfucker at the gathering, I see a motherfucker doing some wild shit, and then go around talking about, oh, check out my music. I'm gonna be performing or whatever. I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna look at them and be like, okay, cool. But I'm already forming a preconceived notion of what you gonna sound like right there. You probably gonna rap a lot about drugs. You probably gonna rap a lot about dumb shit, or you gonna be another horrorcore artist that is regurgitating the same shit that we've already heard a million goddamn times. And I'm just giving it to you how it is. I'm giving it to you straight. I mean, do you, homie? But I don't feel it. I can't get with it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of
Yeah.
why I'm stepping away from horrorcore, is because it's not just the fact that I got to keep my energy clean and more on a positive note. I'm
Yeah.
getting back into my own spirituality, finding my own spirituality in life. You know what I mean? Um, I've gone back, and I'll get into that in a minute. Um, but I've gone back to a place where I feel my comfort, and having negative shit being recycled all the time, which tends to happen in a horrorcore setting, because again, the camaraderie could be cool, but then you get on stage talking about you murdering everybody and chopping up babies and all types of shit, and then you're gonna come back and try to tell me I need to be positive about something, or you want to, like, come on, man. Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was cool when we was kids because we was young and angry. But like, if you hadn't made it by now off of doing that type of music, I don't know if you gonna, like, what's the point of continuing that? You in your 30s and shit, talking and rapping about shit that like murder and shit like that on a regular, motherfucker. Like, you staying in the motherfucking suburbs, cooling and shit with kids and a family. Like, what you, like, it ain't like, a lot of people probably gonna get mad at that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if they get mad at me for that, because I'm just being honest with you. This is how I feel about the situation. Because a lot of these motherfuckers, they expect you to be on their motherfucking you know what I mean? Like, they expect you to be on their motherfucking bandwagon, when their bandwagon is selfish, self-centered, egotistical, unearthly, and then had the nerve to call themselves outcasts. When the shit you doing outcast yourself. you can't be talking about my music ain't going nowhere. I can't fuck, if if you ain't promoting yourself in a humble manner, if you ain't putting out positivity into the world in some way, shape, or form, but you gonna get back what you put out. And a lot of these motherfuckers put out negative. They go on social media and they talking shit about whoever. They talking down about this project they got dropped. They memeing this person. Like, that shit to me is corny. That shit is like high school shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to be involved in that. You know, I prefer to keep my circle small, and we all know each other well enough to know what lines not to cross. We all know each other well enough to know where integrity lies and when to check each other. Because that's one thing that a lot of friend groups don't do anymore is check each other. Check your fucking friend. That's another thing. You see your homie fucking up, you let him know he fucking up. Stop being a yes man. I'm sick of these yes man ass motherfuckers walking around and shit to benefit themselves, because it shows me nothing but disingenuine activity. You got motherfuckers walking around like they nose is buried in somebody's ass crack. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah. One of the problems that I had with motherfucking Greytown, just keeping it real. One of the fucking problems I had with Greytown was the fact that nobody was motivated enough to support each other like they properly should be as a record label. Now you explain to me how you supposed to be on a label with motherfuckers that you calling your brother, your family, all this shit, and then you drop a project and all you get is a thumb up and a fucking, yeah, that was dope. Yeah, that was dope. Motherfucker, you didn't even listen to this shit. I know you didn't. I know you ain't listening to this shit. You sat there, drop the thumb on it, and oh yeah, that was cool. Don't yes man me. I hate that fucking shit so much. I'm sorry I'm getting passionate. Little bit of anger came out me with that one, because I feel so strongly about it. You know, if you see a motherfucker, struggling in this motherfucking shit just like you, give him the same level of integrity that you would expect somebody to give you.
Right.
Don't hit me with no motherfucking fake shit.
That part.
I hate that motherfucking shit. Like, it don't make no motherfucking difference what we doing in this motherfucking game, what style you coming with or whatever. We all in the same goddamn boat. Show me that same. You want camaraderie, make it camaraderie. Don't be flogging. Because, motherfucker, that boat can sink real quick. And guess where I'm going? Back to shore. Because I saw the hole in that motherfucker while y'all was over there trying to paddle still. Bitch, I jumped in and swam back. Motherfuckers say what they want about Midsouth Monsta. You know what I mean? Because I know motherfuckers do. And that's fine by me. Say what you want to say about me. But one thing I'm not is a fake motherfucker. You can call me an asshole. You can call me controversial. You can call me an antagonist or too blunt. But hey, sometimes too blunt's a good thing, because you know what comes with bluntness? Honesty. So you saying I'm too honest? Okay, cool. So you saying that I hold integrity and value over me giving a fuck about your feelings? I consider that a good thing, actually. Because
I mean,
why?
to some degree, yeah.
Yeah. Why
No, I do, because Right. But when it comes down to laying it out how it is, and I agree with that yes man shit because I get weird too. And honestly, like a lot of time I'll start sending shit to people I know are gonna fucking hate it. I know are gonna look for shit they dislike about. If I get a track or whatever I'm working on, and I'll be like, dude, I can send it to this guy, but I already know what they're gonna say. And yeah, it's nice to hear sometimes, but respectfully, I'd rather hear where the flaws are that I'm not hearing. You know what I'm saying? So and that's how I go about it. And that's, I always respect the support and the opinions. But if I'm looking for a critique, you know what I'm saying? If somebody tell me it's perfect, well, I know damn well it's not. You know what I'm saying? And that could be subjective, but and that's why, like, when I send my shit to people, I know what I'm looking for from them in that regard. You know what I mean? I generally don't send it to people I would consider yes men.
When I sent you that track, what did I tell you?
Which one?
When you said you wanted to hop on it,
you told me to bring it.
I said, you better bring your A game.
Absolutely.
I ain't just send it to you and be like, yeah, man.
Hey, man, get back to me. No, I know.
Because I hold people to standards, and people don't like when people are held to standards. I hold myself to a very fucking high standard, and right. I fail a lot. I fail a whole lot. I disappoint myself on a daily. I check myself on a daily. I look in that motherfucking mirror and I say, you fucking up. Even when I'm not fucking up that bad. I could just be patting myself on the back and being like, hey man, you kept it sober. You know what I'm saying? You got
to play that tape through.
You know what I'm saying?
You see yourself slightly fucking up, you know where that could go. So you know what I mean? You got to play those tapes through.
Yeah, you gotta hold yourself accountable on all measures. If you see yourself slipping through this crack, motherfucker, before long, that motherfucker be a hole.
Yeah,
clinging on for dear life. You know what I mean? Like
you got to play that tape through. So even if you're just doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know where that's going to end up if you keep doing this or that, and then add that to it, or keep doing. You know what I'm saying? Right. That shit. So it's good to check yourself in that regard.
And I think people are they're losing their motherfucking sense of. I think they're losing their sense of integrity in the fact that some people who even have that integrity and they know what their values are, they know what they stand on morally,
right?
Honestly, don't even want to express it in a public setting because they're too goddamn worried about offending motherfuckers. They're too damn worried about pissing somebody off. They got to feel like everybody right now, I guarantee it, in a public setting feel like they walking on motherfucking eggshells. Because we're too worried about, if I tell homeboy his song was ass in a productive way with pure constructive criticism.
That part.
Not hating. Because there is such thing as just being a fucking hater. But if you just like genuinely thought the shit was ass and you just like, hey man, I think you could do better on that shit. You know what I mean? I think that that's a start rather than, you know what I mean, worrying about, hey man, this shit could be better if you did this and then what you mean? Sensitive ass rappers. Because that's what we all are, is a bunch of sensitive ass motherfuckers in society who have projected our feelings on the paper and recorded it on a goddamn beat because we all have traumas. We all go through shit. We all been through shit. We all have a story to tell. That don't make none of us motherfucking special. We hold these motherfucking artists and these rappers and these entertainers up to such a high motherfucking, standard or such a high fucking pedestal.
Yeah.
When we all just fucking people. And that's something that I didn't realize until later in life, because what really pissed me the fuck off for many years is that I didn't get famous, that I didn't get the popularity, that I didn't get the motherfucking the camaraderie I wanted, that I didn't get, my name etched in the motherfucking stone. You know what I mean? That I didn't get the motherfucking shit that these rappers that I'm seeing now that I was their peers at one point are now on this level. I ain't mad at you no more. because I used to be a hater over that shit. And the reason why is because of the same reason that you got to that point. You craved it, you was hungry for it, but it wasn't important. It isn't important. We hold these materialistic ideas about every fucking thing. I want pats on the back because I'm a good rapper. Yeah, motherfucker, we all do. I feel it. But is that gonna feel a void in your life? Is that gonna make you a better person? You see motherfuckers getting all the type of credit coming out. These motherfuckers on Epstein lists and shit. They
Right.
Diddy. They fucking Diddy. Your favorite rappers was with Diddy.
Right. That part.
We really on that type of time. It's not
Yeah, that
hold
shit's crazy.
shit. Let's not hold each other to that motherfucking arena. Let's not put each other in that arena. Or if you want to bring it to that arena, we can really bring it to that arena.
I don't know about all that.
Because MC shit is MC shit. Lyricism is lyricism. I'm sick and tired of hearing. That's another thing I'm sick and tired of. Look, I'm on my tangent right now, but I'm going to tell you this. One thing that I'm really fucking sick and tired of is hearing motherfuckers worry more about what the beat sound like and what the production sound like than what the motherfucker behind it is saying. You know what I mean? Look, and I get it. If your ear, if it has to tickle your brain with the production, I get that. Everybody loves a good sounding song that is produced beautifully. As a part of the aspect, I get it. But don't be so quick to shun a motherfucking artist and MC who doesn't have the fucking $1 million studio quality. That shit is ridiculous. Bring it back to what, hey, I can perform this shit to you in person and get a better reaction than me putting it online. Artqlit, for example. This motherfucker slanging CDs to this day.
Yeah.
He get a better fucking, he sells more music physically than he does online. Because this is a cesspool. This is a fucking cesspool of egos and twisted up motherfucking personalities that just clash and clash and clash, and it's a melting pot of bullshit. It's keeping it real. I've lost a lot of my faith in online music, putting music online, because if it's not the artists or fans that don't support you when you dropping real shit, then it's the motherfucking distributors that are fucking you over, that take your music down whenever you miss a payment, and there goes your entire catalog. Or it's fucking Spotify, who has monopolized the streaming fucking music streaming.
Everyone's going, why are concerts so expensive? Well, you just got the last 3 albums for free. You know what I'm saying? They ain't getting royalties.
Making it damn near impossible. Making it damn near impossible for motherfucking artists to really make it. And you ask these motherfuckers that are signed to these major record labels, the rich ones, how rich are they really?
Depends
it's all a facade. Yeah, what did they do to get that money? They weren't rapping.
No, a lot of it's investing behind the scenes. Once they get their initial few big checks, they start investing that shit and be smart with it.
Exactly.
The ones that don't go broke or end up on the IRS list.
Right. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all an illusion. They throw up this magical.
It's a facade.
You can make it as a rapper. And the fact of the matter is,
their jewelry and shit, yeah, just to push out a facade.
And that's destroyed people like me, because we set our expectations too goddamn high. Because this is what we were told. And now I'm 30 years old, working a dead end job, barely getting by, barely fucking surviving, having to fucking struggle with rent, wondering when I'm like if I'm gonna be able to eat, shit like that. You know what I mean? At 30 fucking years old, because I put more of my effort and more of my priorities into becoming a rapper over the years. And that's not a nobody else's fault. That's my goddamn fault. But I do see that the fact remains that I wouldn't have done that if I wasn't told as a child that I can make it as a fucking rapper. When the fact of the matter is, proof is in the pudding. I don't know if I'll ever make it in music. Not as a not. I don't know. I might. I want to, but at the same time, like my priorities are a lot different now. I don't care as much, and it's bittersweet because you realize that there's more to life than this music shit. But at the same time, this is what you've known for so long. This is what you love, your passion that you had for so long, and just to find out that it was a lie, an illusion, a dream that was sold to you that you invested in and got nothing back from is the most discouraging fucking thing that I've ever had to go through. So I'm sorry, like I ain't trying to depress nobody. I ain't trying, you know what I mean? I was talking big about positivity and all that shit.
No, but there is a false a facade, if you will, push that, you know, with a false sense of materialism that just isn't realistic with how it's being pushed. All the jewelry and shit, half that shit's borrowed, half that shit's fake, half that shit's leased. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't what it's pushed to be. And those rappers that are really rich ain't the ones fucking spending all that money on jewelry. Like, yeah, that's some, but they ain't the ones fucking flossing every goddamn day. They're putting that money in, they're investing it behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not stupid. But as far as the facades push, you go and get a hit, and you're gonna be a millionaire. Like that's just not reality. That's not reality. You got doors open, but you got to be smart with those opportunities to come, and you got to be good with money or have it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot more to it than the average casual fan seeing that shit sits and they get this idea in their head from seeing that because that's the facade is projected. Mm-hmm. Like you got to be able to see through that and realize that hey, there's a lot that goes behind that. You know what I mean? And the guy flexing about how much cash he got probably ain't the one with the biggest bank account. Just saying.
I think a lot of it too has to do with like the intention behind why they do music and what they're doing it for. Like, I mean, a lot of motherfuckers do it for just
that's why I do
self-instant gratification. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing is like, for me, I had that, I went through the same thing that Midsouth is going through. And like, that's kind of one of the reasons I took a break from doing music for a while. And I was just focusing on me and my family and shit like that and making money. And there's a couple things that I realized. For one,
right,
like my why is because I'm trying to keep the integrity of old school hip hop alive. I'm really trying to like,
right.
I'm really trying to keep like their, like an aspect of the golden era here in the modern day hip hop world. And I'm also like, I also realized second, like I make way more money on physical copies of CDs than I do in streams. So I could give a fuck less about the online popularity contest. I'm just out here making connections with real people in real time. And, I don't make a whole lot of cash, but there's days that like I could get off work and go sell CDs for like a couple hours and have money for weed and something to drink and something to snack on. Like, you know what I mean? And like you can, and with streams, I've never been able to do that. You know what I mean? Like ever. Right. Like I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of streams, but they take so much of it. I've only seen like maybe, I don't know, less than a couple $100 over the years. Like, so I understand, and I think, like I said, it's your why, like, and so when you realize your purpose, why you do music, what do you bring to the table, what do you bring to the musical table, if you will. Like, I don't know how else to say that. Like, if you have something to offer the world, then and you want to design a platform to extend that offering to the world, that's great. But if you're using your platform to like troll and gain attention from being a troll and thinking that you're an artist and calling it art, then you're full of shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel this shit. Um, so on a lighter topic.
What's up?
On a lighter topic.
Yeah.
Um, I returned myself. I am in the process of returning myself back to Santarismo. So I am I'm prioritizing spirituality and self betterment over the music right now, but I I am going to be dropping shit because like this is still an outlet for me. It's still, you know what I mean? Like I promise, it's a promise I made to myself that I'm just not willing to break. That I would never give up on this shit. But where I place my main priorities, you know, that matters too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if your main priorities don't line up with what your results, you know, then you know, like you got to see the results. Um,
Right.
so yeah, like I found my way back to Santaria, and so you're gonna see like a shift in the way I carry myself, I handle myself. You're gonna see a shift in the way that my music comes out. You're gonna see a shift in the way that I present, my presence in life and music. So I feel like that's probably a death of the Midsouth Monsta that y'all knew, that everybody else was familiar with. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all one more horrorcore record to say goodbye to the genre. And me and Artqlit are gonna give you that boom bap shit, gonna give you that real rap shit
That's good.
with this record we're working on. And I don't know, we talking about doing like a drop on Halloween too, but we'll
That's
we'll
what's
see
up.
we'll see how we do that and how that comes together and whatnot. Um, but like I'm also working on my album right now. This is my comeback album. There's a couple tracks that are already out on YouTube because uh, piggybacking off of what we were talking about earlier with the streaming and all that shit and the
Yeah.
distributors. I will keep my shit on YouTube, but I'm also gonna be moving my music over to a platform called Rumble.
Okay. I know.
And
I know what Rumble is.
a lot of people, think that Rumble is just a platform only for like Republicans or something, but like that's not the truth. There's a lot of different beliefs, a lot of different political spectrums. Like there's a lot of different people. It's not all politics over there. It's not all the same shit. Like if you go there and check it out, like there's people just doing video game streams and people doing comedy and music is becoming a thing over there.
I was not aware of that. I thought it was more of a social media platform. But yeah.
Yeah, no, it's so y'all remember when YouTube first came out, a lot of people were skeptical about it. And they're like, people were like, but people started uploading this shit early on. People broke history by being some of the first people to upload music on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, So why not do the same shit? You know what I mean? Like it's a clean slate to get your shit out there and get heard. I almost feel bad telling y'all motherfuckers this because I don't want to oversaturate it. You know what I mean? But it's gonna blow up. It's gonna get bigger and bigger. But the fact of the matter is, I'm gonna move my shit over there to Rumble. I'm gonna be having my podcast specifically on Rumble. They'll be on YouTube too, but like there's certain shit that I might talk about or do that YouTube has its restrictions. But here's the beauty about Rumble, man. Rumble, first of all, it's free.
I believe it's uncensored too, correct?
And it's uncensored to where uncensored should be. You know, like there is of course not gonna be like naked bitches on streams.
So it's not X. Okay.
No, yeah, it's not Twitter. It's not X. It's not OnlyFans. Whatever. It's a free speech platform, but for like streamers, their motto is free speech. So if you over there, you can talk about whatever you feel like you need to talk about, short of promoting violence. You know what I mean? And I mean that in the actual sense of promoting violence, not what people would perceive as promoting violence. You know what I mean? So you can't just be over there and be like, that streamer said that I hope your day is ruined. They threatened me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's free speech over there, man. Like, the restrictions are different. But you can't go on there and just be like, I'm gonna shoot you tomorrow, motherfucker.
Well, right. I mean, that's because that's just incriminating you, especially if you do end up shooting someone. And you basically just told the world you were going to.
Right. So it's nothing like that. You ain't gonna get no red room or nothing like that where a motherfucker get murdered on camera or some shit.
I don't even know what that is.
Dude, that shit crazy, bro. So there's like books and short films and all types of shit about it, man.
It's all like snuff shit or what? Like real snuff shit?
It's real snuff. So it's live streams that they have, I guess, in the deep web, the dark web or whatever it's called.
Yeah. What is that, like Eastern Europe or something where it all goes down?
I don't know where they do with it. It's just like, but I know that they I don't know if they still even do this shit. I'm pretty sure there's probably some still out there.
Right.
It's a thing for a while. Yeah, it's a thing for a while. They have a thing called a red room or whatever. And these were people that were kidnapped, sex trafficked.
They made movies about it, shit. Like you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes even like kids and shit, and they would like torture them and like murder them, like brutally.
Right. Sick fucks and sit and watch the shit. Yeah.
While people watched and commented, like right here, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, humanity's fucked up.
Yeah, that's definitely. I don't know. There's a difference between art and absolute sadism. I'm gonna say that even crosses the line of sadism. That's probably caters to the lowest, most depraved part of the human psyche. And there's some fucked up people out there that like to watch shit like that.
A lot of them are juggalos.
Really?
Sorry.
That's crazy. No, I don't know. I've never met a juggalo that's sitting there watching someone get, a little kid get tortured, but yeah. No, also don't be kicking a lot of people either.
There's a lot.
Yo, so
the Jeff Hunters, a lot of motherfucking names on those lists.
Yeah, no, I'm in the chat. I see this shit before it gets posted. Usually.
I'm not. Look, before anybody twists my words, be like, Midsouth Monsta said juggalos are pedophiles and rapists and just murderers. No, I ain't say that. I did not say that shit.
Right.
I said a lot of them. There's a lot of juggalos whose actual mindset correlate with the music they listen to, and I think that's dangerous.
I personally haven't met anyone, at least that I would know is into anything like that personally. But I mean, people keep shit secret all the time,
When I was a
kid,
go.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Midsouth.
I was just saying, when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I was a fucking troubled, disturbed mind, man. I had plans to shoot up my school and all types of shit when I was a kid. Like,
Really?
yeah, like I would do some fucked up shit to frogs, like torture them and shit, like dissect them and shit. Like I had all the makings. When I say that shit in my music, when I saying that shit,
Right.
I'm serious. Like that's who I could have been.
Right. Yeah, 'cause that's
If I
definitely a
didn't,
warning sign that. Yeah, I know. I know a little bit about the psychology of it.
yeah, I could have been a serial killer or some shit. You know what I mean? And I thought the music that I was listening to was real. Not in the sense of I didn't think ICP was out there literally killing people in cartoon character style, but I did feel that anger. I felt that like the more I got into horrorcore, the more I thought that this was you know what I mean? Like this was okay for me to feel this way. It 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 affirmed my uh dark side, if you will. You know
Right.
what I mean? And when I grew up, I got older, and I look back on this shit now, I cringe at who I used to be. I cringe at how I used to think. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's a 12-year-old feeling that way, like he just wanted the world to die. A 12-year-old feeling like he just didn't give a fuck about anybody or anything. Leaning, think, and this is what also kind of like leaned into teaching a lot of people that it was okay to use mental illness as a crutch, or that it was cool to be mentally ill. It became like mental health became a trend off of that type of way, off of those types of activities and those types of thoughts. You know what I mean? Because the music we looked up to and the people
I
we
don't
looked
know
up
if I agree with that
crazy.
100%, but I do know that it was hard.
I mean, like, yeah, feel free to disagree,
I
but
know I
I
have a
mean,
lot more research. No, and I'm not arguing per se. I know for me personally, from my perspective, I grew up struggling in a lot of areas that I didn't quite understand. And then when I was an adult, I felt there was more resources for me to actively seek out to look into, and actually address those feelings, or you know what I'm saying, the feelings of hopelessness, the feeling, you know what I'm saying, like that kind of shit. But I don't speak for everyone. My problems are not the same as everyone else's. My view on the world is not everyone else's. So in that regard, you know, I put off dealing with that for most of my 20s and 30s because I was self-medicating because I didn't know how to live with myself. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it just really depends. You know, so for me, I'm looking at, you know, the mental health awareness is more of a good thing for me anyway, because it made me feel okay to actually reach out and want to understand instead of just doing things a certain way and coping. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to cope. So
yeah, I feel that
yeah.
makes sense to me. Um,
But I do get what you're saying when there's a lot of people that just kind of run with it and say, oh, this is what people are talking about nowadays, and let's see how far we can take this when motherfuckers ain't even really be feeling like that. I'm not gonna say that makes me feel some kind of way, to each their own. You know, there is an element of fantasy, especially within horrorcore, because you know there's not a lot of people in the horrorcore rap scene that are out there actually king bonning the shit. You know what I'm saying? Probably none, but respectfully, but at the same point in time, like
don't get me started on drill rap. Fuck that
that's
shit.
you know, that's one of my guilty pleasures. I get it, I understand it. Uh, is it wrong that people are actually dying of this shit? Absolutely, by humanity's code. But my sick, perverted side as a human being wants to. You know, I'm not on the Reddit keeping score or nothing, but like I do fuck with the music. I do fuck with its intensity. You know what I'm saying? I do like that raw street shit, and that starts from like the early shit as a kid with the NWA and stuff like that. And it's much different, but you know what I'm saying? It does have that same appeal.
I get it. It's entertainment. I mean, I'm from Memphis, dog.
Right.
You know, like we bred some of the most motherfucking gangsta ass rappers in the
Right.
South, man.
Right. That part.
You know, and so much so that there's a motherfucking conspiracy theory about our shit being possessed by the devil. You know what I mean? So like, I get it. It's
Yeah.
entertainment. You know what I mean? Like, humans have a macabre interest,
That part, yes.
and I get it.
A
But
lot of human beings do have a macabre sense. And back to what you were saying before about that Red Room shit. I mean, I don't know if I could actually sit and watch that if I knew it was real. I think I feel some kind of way about it. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm pretty desensitized to death. Like, I lose close people. When I lose close people, I usually don't cry about it. I usually don't fret about it. I usually just deal with it, and that's come from a desensitization to it. But if I was sitting there watching something on video and I knew it was real, I probably wouldn't. You know what I mean? It's just my brain's just wired weird. So, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't trying to watch no one get tortured. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but if it was in a horror movie, it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? So,
but
my brain differentiates.
Being desensitized to this shit ain't a good thing. Like, and I think I think well, you know that, but a lot of people think that's just the norm. You know, like, and that's like, look at the younger generation. You know, they seeing shit from a desensitized. Look at all the motherfucking asshole pieces of shit online right now, making fun of what happened to Charlie Kirk. They watched the fucking video and know goddamn well that shit was fucked up. You watch a human being get murdered, and because you didn't agree with his beliefs or his views, you applaud that shit. Like, how's that any different?
I didn't applaud it. Subjectively, I didn't applaud it. I didn't have a very high opinion of Charlie Kirk. I didn't like what he said, but I mean, that's my right as an American. But did I like the fact that someone shot him? I don't. That's not from, you know. I didn't join that circus. You know what I'm saying? Right. I just didn't join that circus. It ain't my circus. Like, I don't want to. I felt some kind of way that people applauded that. Did I like what he said most of the time? No. Did I believe he should be assassinated for it? No.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, the guy who did it obviously did have some mental issues that went, overlooked. And that's what it was. And, and I really don't have too much to say about it, but I don't think applauding it was the right answer anyway. I
wasn't trying to kick your shit into politics, but like I'm
really watching what I say with this too, because I'm not trying to go there either. But as far as humanity goes, I think that was kind of a disgusting display of humanity to watch people applauding that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
even though I didn't necessarily agree with him at all, you know what I'm saying? I think that almost makes one kind of a hypocrite in some areas when they're sitting there applauding that, but criticizing other aspects of things. But that's just my take on it.
Right. I just, I feel like humanity's in a bad way.
It's an interesting time to be alive, that's for sure.
And where I'm at with it right now is the things that I can focus on and the things that I can control are what, because I ain't gonna lie, I let it get to me to the point that I almost went full conservative Republican and shit over the shit. You know what I mean? Okay. But I've never been a Republican, and I never even really considered myself to be a conservative.
But it definitely makes you feel some kind of way watching someone get murdered, and everyone's going to react to it differently. Yeah, and to watch that on live TV, like I remember watching a guy blow his brains out on the freeway one time over HMOs, and that fucking affected me as a 16-year-old watching that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know what I mean? Like, and so you can't watch that and not be effective. And I do get affected, and I'm not totally desensitized to death, but like, I'm generally not going to cry about it. But and that's probably an error in my thinking to where I don't process it correctly anymore. But as far as breaking it down logically, I don't think that his death should have been celebrated either. If that makes sense.
Anybody who thinks that his death should have been celebrated, it's got something wrong with them severely. And the same thing, you know what I mean? Like, goes for the girl who was murdered on the train.
Right. I think there was other events that, unfortunately, and I don't know if they should have been media circuses, but there was a school shot up that day as well. That one girl was murdered on a train. Right. Ironically, I decided to take a nap when all that went down. I was exhausted. I woke up and I interviewed HB the Grizzly that night and didn't have any idea about any of it. Just kind of went through with my interview, enjoyed the interview. It was a cool interview. And then afterwards, I started seeing all the headlines and shit. And then I made a post saying, Well, I decided to take a nap, and holy shit, I missed a lot of in the world. You know what I mean? And that's all it was. There's really no opinion for or against. It was just really saying that, wow, a lot of shit happened when I went to sleep, and that's really all I could say about it. You know?
Yeah, man. But you know, like, if, here's something I tell to everybody who's following this shit. I'm gonna be real with you. Um, whether you consider yourself left, whether you consider yourself right, whether you consider yourself Democrat or Republican, liberal or conservative, at the end of the day, there's something or somebody or some people working, pulling the strings to all this shit, and they are watching the chaos unfold with a smile on their face because the plan that they have created is working, and you're playing right into this shit. You playing right into their hands because that's what they want is civil war. They want chaos. They want to kick off World War III. They want all that shit so that they can take over every fucking thing. And it's some greedy, hateful, soulless psychopaths pulling them strings. And they don't give a fuck if you blue. They don't give a fuck if you red. They don't give a fuck if you white, black, Hispanic, indigenous. They don't give a fuck if you Asian. They don't give a fuck if you Christian. They don't give a fuck if you an atheist. In their eyes, we are all pawns. And that's
I would say it really depends on whose agenda when you speak to that, because everyone's got their own agenda. And so I don't know if I'd go that far, but definitely laws are passed with agendas behind them. Things are done with agendas behind them, whether they're put out in the openly or not. That's a different story. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that.
I'm saying don't play into it. Don't let it
Yeah.
get you. Don't let it take control of your life.
No, I generally don't watch the news or any of that stuff. I got so much going on in my own life that I don't even know if laws are changed half the damn time. So I wouldn't say I'm like apathetic to it, but I'd say I definitely tend to focus on what I got going on in front of me more so, and that's just me getting lost in my own shit.
Well, I'm speaking to the people too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I'm speaking for myself. You know, it's just kind of adding some commentary to that, but you know what I mean?
Right. I'm just, you know, Artqlit was something a minute ago, but
yeah, he was gonna ask me a question, and we kind of got carried away.
I was just gonna ask, like, can you play music on here?
Yeah, what you want to see?
I was gonna see if we could play that track that me and Midsouth just dropped.
Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and hit share screen and pull it up on YouTube, and go ahead and I'll add it to the
oh
screen.
Shit! Can you do it?
Yeah, I got it. Where's YouTube?
He said, "You the host, motherfucker."
Yeah, I got it. It's usually other people if they want to play something. I'll see it down there.
I'd be so like, yeah, I got my reasons.
You're good. I ain't tripping. Look, give me a second. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you know when you're ready.
I got this fucking stupid thing that keeps popping up my shit that I'm trying to get rid of, but I gotta have some look at my computer. Give me a minute.
I could stream this to my audience, but I ain't going.
I gotta get rid of it. I tried to hit up my tech buddy in New York, and he told me a bunch of stuff. I tried it and then got sidetracked, and then so I gotta find someone to come and look at it and knows what they're doing. That's far more tech savvy than I. I tried to fucking put Discord on my shit, and I kept getting this fucking stupid app store pop up. All right, what's the song called, gentlemen? And who's is it? Is it Midsouth Monsta featuring Artqlit, or what's it built?
It's Artqlit versus Midsouth versus
okay. Midsouth. South. It's just a Midsouth or Midsouth Monsta?
Midsouth
versus everyone. Okay. Huh? Nice. Okay. Okay, I got it right here, guys. So I'm gonna pull it up, pause it, and I'm gonna put share screen. All right. Uno momento, por favor. All right, let's see where we're at. Share screen. All right, have a good night, y'all. Or have a good night, Zach. I mean, let's see. Share screen. Oh, boom, right there. All right. I don't want to see if I can tip. Share screen. All right, we're gonna go to YouTube. Boom. 1 second. Sorry, y'all. Okay, come on, motherfucker. There we go. I got it. All right, share. Good, that little DistroKid ad. Talking about free.
DistroKid is.
I like that beat.
Yo, fuck you, Midsouth. Yeah. Fuck you, Midsouth.
Fuck you too.
Yeah.
Man, go ahead.
Fuck all you motherfucking rap. Fuck all you motherfucking
Speak
rap.
that shit, bro. Go ahead.
I commit so much crime, I practically live in court. Your bars are so slow, so they call you mid for short. The rhymes are soft like erectile dysfunction. I scooted your face like American born and I'm coming. First warned you was coming, so I've seen how tall you was. You like 4 feet, that's why shorties never call you up. I call my fans whores, but rappers I call you sluts. You got balls battling me, I'ma call you nuts. I could give a fuck less what the enemy thinks. You in the whorehouse now, you named after energy drinks. Tennessee stinks and your balls are shriveled. I never let these motherfuckers call us civil. You were brought in tight panties and mini skirt with pumps. When Artqlit grab the mic and put the hurt on you chumps. I'll pull out the blades if you motherfuckers push me. Because you make your blood squirt out like a pussy.
Motherfucker, you suck like a bitch that made it. I'm sharp like sticks and razors. A dick, you take it. Leave holes in your gas mask. Ventilated. Looking for something thick to hit your face with. The shells will drop like a dish you make. Like taking a gay dude to church. This service will get you straight. Can't convey instructions. Sentence on time. You can't articulate. Deliver your homemade bullets. I'll make rounds. You bodying me is like the chance of either one of us going back to Greytown. You seem stressed like a bitch who makes gowns. Detectives find your face down with the back of your head caked out. Body mangled, spaced out. They were sure it was a dead hooker when the mace found. Put on blades and give you that skate sounds. Battling me is like testing the moon when weapons is true. I'm about to leave bullet holes in the whorehouse like a Western saloon. These hands touch your head and knock the spirit out you like a reverend do. Since it's church, I got a testament too. My men are stir your head in the suit with the tech when they shoot. I put my numbers on you like the chrome with a permit. These rappers deliberately getting fucked, they hoes with a purpose. See, we both from the hood, we can't swim, we float on the surface. So it's no wonder we both wouldn't give a fuck about trying to roll with the current. We grown and we growing some courage to give dope, but they shoot it down like a ghost between their toes when they heard it. 2 homies had to go ghost and deserted the fake friends we had to kill. When we say that we was close to the murder, they deserve it. I'm the real man, I love you, bro. These motherfucking bitch-made ass motherfuckers in the game right now talking all that shit. Sitting behind their computer screens, shocking the next dude because they already got views on YouTube, man. Fuck them motherfuckers. We real hip-hop, and we gon' remain that way. We know what time it is, straight up murk each other, and then we murked you at the same time. You know you crazy, motherfucker, whenever you gotta murder your best friend on a track just to murder everybody else.
Yes, sir. That's how you do it. That's how you fucking do it.
Yeah, that shit was tight. You ain't got no ball.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, there you go.
That was fire.
What up, Bartle Balls?
I got no comment to that, but
Bartle.
That's a good track though. I like the beat. I like the flows.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Who produced that? That was pretty dope.
Oh, that was just a free beat that I found on YouTube. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys just decided you want to fuck up a beat on YouTube. That's dope. Hey,
yeah, my favorite line is when I said, "You were brought in tight panties and a mini skirt with pumps."
Yeah, no, I heard some fire bars in there. I'm not gonna lie. One was a little savage. I kind of like. You saw my reaction, but yeah, you know, it is what it is.
It's skate sounds.
Yeah, that shit was tight.
I said, since this is church, I got a testament too. My men stir your head in the soup with the tech when they
When did y'all
shoot.
record that?
Ugh.
Last night.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did
you guys
that shit.
recorded that last night and dropped it?
Dude, we've been recording like
Yeah.
a motherfucker. Like last night we
That's what's
knocked
up.
out a couple. Today we knocked out one. Working
Yeah, I
on
don't get in the
another
studio
one.
so early next month or the end of this month, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. This shit.
I'm gonna be up in Knoxville, Tennessee for a little bit recording, and I'm trying to hit this festival in Virginia for some security work in between my shows in October. So I'm
Oh.
yeah, I'm gonna hit Dayton and Cleveland, and I'm gonna go straight from Cleveland to Knoxville and chill with the homie Grizz out there. If I can hit the studio, hopefully shoot a video. You know what I'm saying? Just hang out and enjoy Knoxville, and then we're gonna head up to Maryville for that festival, and then I'm gonna be hopefully hopping on a bus shortly thereafter, go to Virginia, Arlington, and work the festival for a little bit, and then get some money. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna head up to. I got Dayton. Or no, I got Bluefield, West Virginia on the 23rd, and then back to Dayton on the 25th to do Bloody Bash too. So, and then yeah, me and Rocky Rob. I don't know if I can talk about that, but I might have this little thing with Rocky Rob going on Halloween night. So, but yeah. And then
Shout out Rocky Rob, man. That's the homie.
Yeah, shout out to Rocky Rob. Sorry if I said too much, boss. But yeah, no, but we talking about fucking with something on Halloween, so we have to wait. But yeah.
Yeah, October 25th, you're gonna see Memphis, Tennessee at the Rock House Live. It's gonna be David the Brain putting on the Broken Church show on October 25th, and it's gonna be with performances from artists like Sam I Am, Negro Terror.
Okay.
Myself, Midsouth Monsta will be there. My brother JB Spade's gonna be there.
Where's this at? Memphis?
Yeah, Memphis. And the homie Don Infamous, aka Donnie Infamy, is gonna be there with me.
I know that.
Yeah, he gonna be there rocking it with me and shit. You know what I mean?
That's
on
what's
my
up.
set.
Are you gonna be there too or no?
Yeah, I'm performing. Yeah.
Oh, so you're heading to Memphis? Okay, cool.
Yeah. October 25th, Memphis, Tennessee, at the Rock House Live, man.
That's dope.
In Midtown, not the one downtown. It's the one in Midtown. Y'all pull up if y'all, want to go see that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and shout out Horror House Records. I started. I told you when we first got on, I started my own little thing, and really, like I said, it's just for myself. But
that's dope.
Shout out to me for keeping me off the street. And I'm just talking shit, bro. Shout out to me for always being there for me, for always being my number one. No, I'm just playing. I'm just talking shit. But
hey, man, do it, man. Shit. Like you gotta love yourself, man. You gotta love. I gotta take a piss. I ain't gonna lie. My bad,
But yeah, man. I'm working on this track right now called Horror House, and just to kind of like, I don't know, double down on the concept and shit like that. And Midsouth is actually helping me with that track.
That's dope. That's dope. So y'all just been recording. Well, obviously you're in Arizona, he's in Arkansas, so y'all just been fucking sending files back and forth, huh?
Yeah, man. Like at first we worked on a track called a little. Can't really say a little. We worked on a track called a little, and it was dope as fuck. So like, we decided to keep it going because our creative juices was flowing and shit. So like, we decided to make an EP, and we're already like 4 tracks into it, and and that's on top of the single that we just dropped.
That's dope. No, I like that single. That single went hard, man.
Now, technically,
thank you.
This would be our second EP together, our second collaborated EP. With the first one being some odd years ago, doing the motherfucking Graffiti in the South was the name of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we did songs like Dumpster, which is fucking fire. The Puppet's Revenge, which was a harrowing continuation of the storytelling trilogy of the puppet story that Articulate started a while back
Yeah.
about a fucking puppet coming to life and seeking revenge on the marionette. And
That's how I debuted.
yeah, it's a fire shit, man. Go look at the puppet series
Yeah.
or trilogy. You fuck with it. You like storytelling and that shit.
Okay.
Um, we also had what else? We had that POD remake that we did, and there's a song called "Wash It
Mm.
Off." Wash It Off, which was a very horrorcore trap song. Like that record is slept on, man. But
Yeah, Wash It
I'll
Off
feel
is
bad.
one of
I'll
my
go on YouTube and
favorite
check it
tracks
out.
I've ever done.
hell yeah, all freshness, man. And Articulate has honestly been one of the few people who has been on almost every single album that I've released.
Yeah, that's what you said when I had it when he was on the show. You remember? I remember you in the comments, or you told me that in the DM. I don't remember because remember he snuck you on that night. But
Yeah,
yeah, I don't remember, but you did tell me that because you were telling me a few different facts when we were talking about it.
yeah, man.
That's pretty cool. And Bartle Boss said Marionette's his favorite.
Oh
Yeah.
hell yeah! Thanks, homie. Yeah, that's how a lot of people know me. Is like when I first dropped, I dropped a track called "Strangers in the Dark,"
That's
and
the first one I
nobody
heard.
heard. Yeah, no. Well, a lot of people heard that one, and that's kind of how I built. Like, I don't know. I still have people who rock with me. That's been rocking with me since "Strangers in the Dark." And then right
That was one
after
time
that,
that
like
was fire.
immediately after that, I dropped the EP called Marionette, and that's kind of how I got my foot in the door.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that
What's
takes me
our
back a step. That takes me back a piece because, like, I sit here and reminisce, like, damn, I've come so far since that's crazy. Like, but at the same time, what's wild though is like I don't think I've ever said this out loud, like, but like the creativity and the storytelling that I tapped into to create Marionette was a high that I have been chasing for my entire music career since. I have not been able to reach that level of I don't know how to explain it. It's like, okay, so like I wrote that shit right when I started taking my psych meds,
yeah.
and I finished it right before the motherfuckers started working. And and
That's
during
crazy.
that
That's
time,
interesting. That's good.
my creativity was so heightened and so like I created these characters and brought them to life, and it was just kind of crazy. And like I've been trying to write like that again for like years, bro.
Okay.
I could write
That's interesting.
horrorcore
You
all day,
started
but
taking.
like I could still tell a
That's
story. I mean,
cool.
don't get me wrong. I still write storytelling tracks all the time,
I
but
get what
like
you're
as
saying. Though. I
far
get
as
what
like
you're saying.
that
You just
level
haven't
of
been able to reach out to that
intensity
headspace.
is unmatched for me. Yeah.
Gotcha. I mean, that sounds like an interesting headspace because you went from a certain place and then you start taking the meds and then your brain's adjusting to them, and in this adjustment period is when you're writing the shit. And yeah, I
Yeah.
can imagine that being hard to recapture.
Yeah, it was crazy. I wrote all kind of, well, I will say this though. There's a track that I wrote called Killer Plants that did not make it to the Marionette album that will be coming out on the Halloween EP that I'm working on with Midsouth. I'll say that
Okay.
much.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Um, so have you heard of the West Memphis Three? Yeah, we grew up hearing about the West Memphis Three. It was all over the news. Like it was kind of hard not to know about the West Memphis Three. But I will let y'all know a little geographical fact here that a lot of people don't know. and I found out that a lot of people don't know this, which surprised the hell out of me. But West Memphis is not Memphis. Just for y'all that don't know that,
It's a different city.
West Memphis is in Arkansas. West Memphis is not in Tennessee. It's not in the city of Memphis. It's outside the city of Memphis, but you got to cross that bridge to get to West Memphis.
That's
So,
interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah, so like the West Memphis 3 was that
In
happened in
Arkansas.
West and a little town in West, like within the realm of West Memphis, like, you know what I mean. And I don't know if them dudes really did that shit or if it was the stepdaddy or what, but it is a crazy goddamn story, you know, that happened. Sad, dark history. Yeah. What made you ask me that? I'm just curious. Like,
Probably the Memphis shirt.
because I'm from Memphis.
That's funny.
I got the Grizzlies on. Yeah, go Grizzlies. You know what I mean? Shit. That's my team, man. Right now they sending National Guard down there to Memphis.
What's that?
They Trump sending the National Guard to Memphis and people freaking out right now. I'm just like, man, keep it real.
What happened in Memphis?
Nah, it's the crime, dude. Like the crime rate is so high and so out of control.
Give me a letter.
They having to send a National Guard out there to, you know, put a hold on shit. Because on the real, I'm cool with it. I welcome the shit. You know what I mean? I don't stay out there anymore anyway, but at the same time, even if I did, I'd be cool with it. You know what I mean? Because like the police ain't doing enough. So I mean, shit. Like we really need to take action in the motherfucking community. Needs community to
I don't know.
be able to change shit. You
I
know
mean, I knew some shit popped off out there, but I guess I haven't been following any news reports.
Nah, it ain't. Nah, shit didn't really pop off.
No, I mean just in general. Not to
Shit's
say
off.
anything specific. Shit often pops off is what I'm saying.
Shit's always popping off. And
That's what I'm saying.
it's consistently.
But like, I knew shit popped off over there, like not one specific incident, but like in general.
Like I love my city. Don't get me wrong, but I tell you in the same breath that I love my city, but I hate my city because I hate how the people in the community glorify the violence and the crime as like if it's a good thing. When we killing each other in Memphis, everybody is. You know what I mean? Like
That's ironic we're talking about this because I saw a homie I was actually in a home or a sober home with a few months ago. He got on the bus in a walker tonight. I said, "What the fuck happened to you?" He goes, "Oh, I got shot up after you saw me." I was like, "Yeah, that's crazy," you know. And Columbus is interesting. I'm finding out there's it's so big, and there's parts of it that I'm just now finding, and I haven't been here all that long, so like the area I'm in now is a little bit different than the area I was in before. So
the reason the crime is so bad in Memphis is because it's a small city compared to other cities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's always raining all the time, or it's hot as motherfucker during the summer. It's cold in Gotham City, depressing in motherfucking wintertime.
Gotcha.
It's like, yeah, that's what I say it's like Gotham City out there, man. You know what I mean? Like we have a rich culture, we have a rich history. You know what I'm saying?
I hate to sound. Oh shit, my bad.
Are you good? I was just saying, like a lot of our culture comes from a mixture of different cultures too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, we have a lot of influence from Black American culture. We got, we're the home of the blues, man.
Yes, sir. That's what I was about to say.
Like blues and rock and roll started in Memphis. You know what I mean? We're the birthplace of rock and roll. You know, and a lot of y'all's favorite rappers today are influenced by Memphis rap. You know what I mean? Like, we have the best barbecue. I don't give a fuck what you say, Texas or St. Louis or Kansas City. We have the best barbecue. We have the best. It's amazing.
I'm up to try it. I'm not going to be up there this time in Tennessee. I'm going to be in Knoxville, but next time I go through there and I hit Memphis, I'm definitely trying some barbecue. Tennessee
barbecue nowadays probably tastes like Memphis barbecue wherever you go in Tennessee. If you go to the right
So
spot.
Tennessee across the board got that good barbecue. I'll probably have the homie show. I'll probably have the homie take me. He looks like he knows where some good barbecue spots at. He's a big old boy.
You go into Knoxville, man, they got some good barbecue.
Yeah, not figured. I like eating local cuisine anyway.
I'll tell you a funny ass story.
Bartlebot's backing you up on that Memphis barbecue though.
Yeah, Memphis barbecue is peak. I will tell you a funny story. I was on a Greyhound bus one time, and I was at the Greyhound station in Knoxville. In Knoxville. It was my first time ever in Knoxville, and there was already a delay on the bus getting there and all that shit, and then we had to wait for them to unload people and then load people, all that shit. Well, in the middle of that, this crackhead runs into the fucking Greyhound station, yelling and screaming that somebody is trying to kill him. So he runs past, he hides. First of all, like they're trying to get him out. They can't get him out. So he hides behind like a desk or some shit and begs them to call the cops. And the lady's like trying to calm him down and shit. This man somehow bolts through the back door where the bus is low, got onto our bus.
Your bus, of course.
Went into the bathroom and locked himself in that bitch. So they had to get the police to come and get his ass. Like that was my first experience in Knoxville. I said, I ain't never going back to motherfucking Knoxville.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I've been on Greyhounds a lot of the time too, especially with doing this XO Reckless thing in the last few years. And there's been a lot of Greyhounds. I mean, I'm not gonna say why I preferred it, but over flying. But yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, you see a lot of shit, good and bad. I mean, it's a good way to see the country, because you're taking these things take fucking forever anyway. But yeah. So I'm looking forward to these trips coming up. So
I'm scared to fly.
Huh?
I'm scared to fly. I don't want to get on no plane.
Really, you never flown?
Never.
Interesting. See, I'm terrified of heights. I get up certain heights, like if I'm walking or something, or my legs are dangling, I'll freeze the fuck up. Like I can't move. Like I go completely catatonic almost.
Yeah.
But if I'm in a plane or something like that, it don't bug me. I got this pre-program in my head. I get on a bus or a plane and I go to fucking sleep. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I go to sleep because it's so goddamn boring. I might as well be asleep anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just where my brain is. I don't give a fuck how much I slept the night before. If I get on that Greyhound, I'm out within 10 minutes.
Midsouth Monsta.
Which did fuck me one time. I woke up. I was supposed to get off at the Sacramento Greyhound station, and I woke up in Old Town Sac, and they didn't give a fuck that I had to take that I got off the wrong stop. I need to buy a new ticket, so I got stuck in Sacramento for a couple weeks. That wasn't the most fun thing ever.
Right.
See, I prefer Greyhounds over plane, but for different reasons.
Right. Yeah.
See, my thing is like I'm okay with flying. I don't mind flying. It's faster. You get there faster. But my thing is like, I don't like going through TSA because them dudes is dickheads, and they don't let you bring certain things with you. And like when you want a Greyhound,
they held me up
let's
for a
face
firearm
it.
one time in Boise, and I missed the flight. Like I had a firearm. I followed the law. I put my firearm.
Yeah.
Left the ammo home. Like I was trying to line it up in California, and like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like Greyhound lets me bring my weapons. They don't give a fuck.
I didn't say anything, but yeah, I usually that was low key. That was the reason I liked Greyhound as well, because they didn't pat me down or nothing. I just got on the bus and went about my business. But yeah, and so like depending on like the situation, like depending on how soon I need to be there and shit, like
if I have time to take a Greyhound, I'm gonna take the Greyhound every time because there's no TSA involved.
Right. I seen guards and like they search you and shit, but that was like East LA. There's only certain stops that they do that, and every now and then something will happen. The cops will come on the bus with the dogs or whatever, but like very rarely. At least a couple years ago, it's been a year or two since I've ridden a Greyhound, so I can't really speak on that 100%. But it happens sometimes. But yeah.
Yeah. Well,
you shouldn't be on there with the fucking stinky ass ounce in your fucking bag anyway. I mean, I'm not saying that it's my place to say nothing, but like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously that's going to cause a scene.
Hey, I got to know something because Mistress of Mayhem in the chat said Midsouth Lobster. Now, either A, they just so happen to come up with the same thing, the same what's the fucking word I'm looking for? The same nickname. Or That's somebody that was like from the Discord, Bartle House Discord, because that was my name in the Bartle House Discord.
You have to ask Mr. the Mayhem. I don't know anything about it.
So I'm wondering who the hell that is. I'm like, hold up. He called me Midsouth Lobster.
He's like, how you know that name? Well, I mean, she's in the chat, so hopefully she'll answer your question for you. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I'm watching.
I'm watching. I'm curious.
No pressure, Mr. the Mayhem.
It's a mystery. We're doing mysteries. All right. Well, I guess
she gonna up the ante. She gonna up the ante and keep it mysterious. I love that.
I'll just let it be mystery then. It is what it is.
I'm sure it wasn't meant in a negative way. Let's put it that way.
No. I don't take it. No, I don't take it in any negative. No, I don't see how that could be taken negative.
Fuck.
Speaking of mystery, I got to tell you guys real quick about the story about the time that I traveled to Mexico.
Because no good story starts with this one time I was eating salad. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, like that's how all crazy stories start.
I got one of those too.
Okay.
Once upon a time in Mexico.
So during this time, I was volunteering at a church.
Okay.
And they were going on a little small short missions trip to Mexico to deliver some goods and some supplies to people in need.
Yes, sir.
And we crossed the border and we were delivering these donated supplies, and we seen this man walking in the hot sun, and he looked tired, and he was carrying this big black duffel bag, and it looked heavy, and he looked like he needed a ride. So we pulled up and we asked him if he needed a ride. There's 3 of us in a sedan, so there was enough room for one more person. So we asked him if he needed a ride, and he got in the back of the car, and he started riding with us for some miles, and he was clutching this black duffel bag to his chest, like he was squeezing it, bro, like, and he was sweating profusely, and he looked paranoid, man, like he kept looking out the windows, looking behind him, like all scared and shit.
Some drugs.
So my homie that picked him up was like, "Hey man, what's your problem, dude? Like, what's in the bag?" And the guy looked at him and he goes, "None of your fucking business." And my homie was like, "Look, dude, if you're running from the cops or something, if you're in some kind of trouble, that's fine. We just want to know what we're getting ourselves into because we're giving you a ride. And I need to know how far I'm taking you, and I need to know what's in that bag." And the guy goes, like I said, just keep driving. It's none of your fucking business." And so my homie pulled over, or he started to veer off to the side of the road, and he was like, "I'm gonna ask you one more time, bro, what's in the bag, man?" And the guy said, "I told you it's none of your fucking business. Just keep driving." And so my homie pulls over and he stops the car, and he says, "All right, ride's over, pal, get out." And the dude gets out, and he leaves the duffel bag. He leaves the duffel bag on the passenger seat and takes off running.
The fuck?
Damn. Did y'all look in the bag?
Of course.
Yeah.
What was in the bag? Hey, but wait, let me make a guess. It was the motherfucking DNA serum from Jurassic Park.
It was probably a lot of drugs in a body.
What was it, bro?
I'm gonna say a lot of drugs or a body.
No, I'll tell you what was in the bag. None of your fucking business.
It was a joke. It was a lineup for a joke. Awesome. The whole motherfucking time. He ain't never been to no damn Mexico.
Yeah.
Never across the border.
We over here leaning in the seat, just.
Shit, I got y'all on the edge of your seat just to let you down. What a depressing joke.
I was following. No, it was a good story though. Even though it ended up being none of my fucking business, you know what I'm saying? It was awesome. Well, shit. So you guys are working on EP. We heard the first single. When can we expect? Did you guys have a date yet? When you guys are gonna drop the full thing, or you guys kind of just going with the flow? Like you guys said, you've been grinding. So
we ain't even really discussed
about that.
We didn't really discuss what we say yet.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, like we basically like we have 2 more tracks to make, and then we're just gonna drop it.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah, like you just expect it when it comes, it comes. Kind of like me.
But there will be another EP on Halloween as well.
Okay, dope. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
So like,
Because I already have 2 tracks for that one.
Okay,
strap yourselves
We
in.
we already have 2 tracks for that one.
that's dope. So you guys are working on multiple projects simultaneously. I like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because
I fuck with that.
the thing
I
is
like
like, you know, I'm all about and that's kind of not to keep bringing up my own shit, but like that's kind of something on a serious level. That's kind of something I want to touch base on about Horror House Records. It's like it's nothing fancy, it's nothing special. I'm not out here like, oh, I'm a fucking. It's really just it's the name of my LLC, and really that's like, but the whole vision of it is to build a local, to build a local fan base or a local circle of artists that work together on collaborations. Like, so like I am focusing heavily on local. So like, I'm in Phoenix working with artists that I meet out here, but I also collaborate with everybody. I collaborate with people over online, you know, shit like that. Me and Midsouth do it online or like through whatever, but like, or like through distance. But like, I'm trying to build something locally, but like my biggest emphasis is on collaborations and working together with other artists to create dope music. That's what Horror House is all about. Like I'm inviting you into the Horror House. You know what I'm saying? You stepping inside and you working with me in my studio, like per se, or I'm stepping into your house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like, it's just one big collaboration project on my end.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, you can find me at Artqlit Music on Instagram if you want to work with me and you want to connect with me on any type of level. I got an open door policy on Artqlit Music at Artqlit Music on Instagram.
If you want to find me on Facebook, you can find me at Midsouth Revitalized. I changed my name on Facebook because of my recent return to spirituality and my walking away from the horrorcore rap genre. I don't know. I felt it's kind of like changing clothes. I was just like, you know what? I feel revitalized. Midsouth Revitalized. I'm not changing my rap name to that. This is my name on Facebook now. So if you want to hit me up, you know what I'm saying, holla at me. They say EXO needs a record deal. Maybe you guys.
Yeah, I don't know
help.
what the fuck Matt's even talking about. He's just talking crazy.
Man, I bet there's several labels that
probably Matt's just on some crazy shit. I don't know what the hell he's been talking about.
Right, I'm about to say there's just several labels that would probably be happy to have EXO.
Right, and I'm probably talking to them already. You know, with my announcing my exit from Greytown. I'm still going to keep Lost Tribe and focus on that. So I mean, that's kind of, not all labels are willing to let me keep that. And you know, I've run into a couple in the past, like the one, I'm not naming names, but the one I was fucking with before going to Greytown, that was an issue that made me leave that. And Greytown kind of came up, and that was my out. But respectfully, yeah, I am talking to a few different ones. But I'm going to keep it under wraps for now. Lost Tribe Artifact is still going to be a thing, and I'll be able to put more energy into it when I am able to. But yeah.
I will say that there's a lot more that I can't talk about right now until things are announced and all in order. But there are some big things being put into motion, and when the time comes, maybe I come back on here and we can talk about it. But
talk about what
now? I'm sorry. I was saying maybe we can talk about that whenever that comes up.
I'm with that. So season 1 is going to be ending October 19th. That's going to be the last episode of Live and Reckless for season 1. And I'm going to be taking a few months break. I'm going to be doing some upgrades to the show. Probably, some formatting things, a little bit different format, add some, get the homies doing some advertising in between. That's right on, Mr. Mayhem. That's fucking dope. but yeah, so I'm doing some upgrades. I'm gonna be focusing a lot more on other stuff in personal life as well as musically. So yeah, but this has been fucking dope. And either way, absolutely. You know, there's gonna be a few month period where I'm just not gonna be, airing the show. You know, there'll be other shows to watch, and that's cool. And I appreciate everyone that's been fucking with this show since July. Like that's been amazing. So, but yeah, we'll, huh? But we'll work it out for sure. Is what I'm saying.
Hey, Mistress of Mayhem, I know who you is.
That wasn't a fart records. That's awesome. I love that. I love that. That's fucking cool.
I ain't even gonna say your name. I'm just gonna.
I don't need to know your name. That's a dope name for a label. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yo, also, I don't know. We haven't really like fully put it into. We need to talk about it some more. But like me and Midsouth also was talking about like potentially, well, me and hopefully with the help of Midsouth, potentially starting a podcast in which we judge and critique music that's sent in by artists.
Okay. That's dope.
Nah, that's not what gave it away. I put two and two together. There weren't that many females in the Bartle House Discord. I'd use reason of deduction. But yeah,
Okay.
things are even though like I don't know, like me and Artqlit kind of agree on the whole aspect of not relying. Me and Artqlit both pretty much agree on the aspect of not relying solely on social media and streaming platforms for our music to be put out.
No, that's cool.
So, I'm testing the waters with that myself. By soon, I'm gonna be having these physical copies. So
and that's the plan with Lost Tribe Artifacts as well too. Is every release is ultimately going to have physical copies. It's a little bit slow off the takeoff right now, but I mean I think that's better too because it gives it time to actually work things out and get things done right. And time for for example, there was someone who's going to put some funding into it, and I had a falling out with them. So respectfully, it gives it time to grow and go through that kind of shit instead of just jumping too fast and all of a sudden you're in a situation where you just got royalty. You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that.
Right.
People be people, etc.
But yeah, man. Man, you my boy. So like, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I appreciate y'all coming on again. Sorry about being a couple minutes late. Like
No,
I wasn't expecting that weird butt shit, but it happens.
Nah, it's understandable. I get it. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm hungry than a motherfucker. I need to make something to eat.
I feel it. But yeah, y'all got any shots out or anything else you want to talk about real quick before y'all get heading out?
Yeah. Man, shout outs go to everybody who fuck with me. Everybody in my circle. Shout out to UXO Reckless for being the host. And being the homie. Shout out to you, Artqlit. You know what I mean? You my boy. Like we rocking this motherfucking shit. Making beautiful music together, man. Shout out to everybody that popped through in the motherfucking comments and showed love, man. Matt Thorpe, Mistress of Mayhem. You tried to fool me. Motherfucking Bartle House, motherfucking Bartle Boss.
That was cool.
Showing that love. Man, everybody that, you know what I'm saying? TZ. Everybody that supports Mid-South, everybody that supports Artqlit, everybody that supports, JB Spade, everybody that supports Donnie Infamy and people that, I closely collaborate with them and that are my family to me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, shout out to y'all, man. And like I said, Midsouth Revitalized on Facebook. You want to find me, Midsouth Monsta official on YouTube, Midsouth Monsta on Instagram. Or it might be Midsouth Revitalized on Instagram. I don't know if it changed my name over there or not. But regardless, you know where to find me. There ain't too many motherfuckers like me. So.
That's what's up. Well, you Artqlit. Whoop whoop, Mr. Man.
Just shout out to all my whores that step into the horror house. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to everybody that's been rocking with Artqlit since the beginning, since the genesis. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that have shown me mad love and mad support since the beginning. There's people that I meet doing shows and shit that just do nothing but show me love and respect and admiration, and they respect my craft, and they compliment me on my bars, and I know that sounds like just an affectionate thing for attention, but really what that does for me is it kind of like puts the validation stamp on like what it is that I'm trying to accomplish with music, not what I'm trying to edify myself with, but what I'm trying to like achieve, and what I'm trying to achieve is bringing people together. So like, you know, like I'm just really grateful for the opportunity to like meet people and collaborate with other artists, and like, so like, again, shout out to anybody that wants to work, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to get down on a track with me, hit me up, man, and let's put in some work, because I'm always ready and willing to throw something down and record some shit.
Bet. I took that mental note a couple times when you said it earlier. So, you know, I got to get some stuff off my plate, and then I might be circling your way, to be honest.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, bet. Well, shit, I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you everyone who pulled up tonight. Thank you, Artqlit. Thank you, Midsouth Monsta. Thank you everyone that's been continually supporting this live stream. It's been something else, man. It's been cool. I've really enjoyed doing it in the long run. So yeah, just thank you again for the support. Thank you, Lost Tribe. I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you to Greg Town, respectfully. Again, I did announce that I am leaving that label at the end of the year, and I am, you know, shopping new labels as we discussed earlier. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys. You guys are making this, you know, everyone in the comments, everyone supporting, and the guests and the co-hosts are making this happen. So y'all, the real MVPs. With that being said, I'm out. Whoop whoop, Midsouth Mayhem. Y'all have a good night.
Peace.